Hey folks, walk with me. A comment that ended in a question came in that was basically, this long explanation of this person's gone through some pretty life-changing things in the past couple of years that has impacted their social life as well as their work life. And the basic gist of it was, I feel like I'm doing the things that I should be doing in terms of like their pursuits of school and career and whatnot, but they feel like it's negatively impacting their fun-loving spirit, their ability to be like social and find connection and really thrive in those things that are outside of school and work and all that jazz. And, their ending sentiment there was, I miss my old self. And they're like, what do I do? I think there's a lot to be said about this idea that of having sort of like a core, of having a core gravitational pull. I'll put an analogy out there as though thinking of yourself and the things that you encounter in your life like constellations and planets and that sort of thing. So think of something with a great mass at the core of a solar system. And what then happens are these other bodies orbit, are drawn to the gravitational pull of that mass, right? That core, fundamental, exorbitant mass. And these then sort of like peripheral things, or these smaller bodies, orbit around it, right? But there's always that core mass at the center. I think you need to, it sounds like too much like I'm talking directly to this person. I think that there's value in finding what that core gravitational pull at the center of you is. The core you, that whether the planet passing in front of your face right now is one of just, toiling through work and pressing yourself to get through another day at school and exams and all that, or if the body orbiting in front of your face is that of feeling at ease and in flow with the world and the joys of connection and all that sort of thing, you are still that mass in the center. And that these other things will change, right? Those will shift throughout time. And different things will pass in front of your face at different periods. But they are real, but they are relative to your core, central, fundamental you. They are relatively superficial. And so, instead of feeling so in tuned and aligned with your core self when you were having this joyous, very social experience, being able to acknowledge and understand, like, that's you and you resonate strongly with that, and that's valuable to you, and you are that, right? Those things really happen. You are really that type of person, and you experience those things. Now, just because you pluck yourself out of that, and now you're faced with, okay, I'm pursuing this career, I'm pursuing this job title, I'm pursuing this degree, like, that's my main focus. And so, yeah, maybe the veneer, right? Maybe the finish of it all feels different. The way that the sunlight hits your skin feels tainted in a different way. But that doesn't have to impact the value and the truth and the spirit that you are still that other person. You were just in a different place in time. And you aren't devoid of that just because you're in a different situation. There is now just another planet orbiting in front of your face. And that thing will shift as well. That will also change. It's not permanent. And so finding that core essence of yourself that you can connect with, that you say, oh, okay, this is me. I'm still here. I'm home. This is it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in a different circumstance right now. I'm focused on different things, and it's sort of making me feel a little bit different. And maybe even kind of making me feel different in ways that are uncomfortable or distressing, or that I hope don't last for a long time. Right? Even if that's the case, that's totally fine. Finding that core, that central mass, that everything else can orbit around, but the gravitational pull is always that. And that doesn't change. That is there. All right, folks. Well, if you watched or walked with me this far, I certainly appreciate it. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Whoa.